You, yes, you. As a Medicare member, have you ever thought about the value of Medicare, what Medicare brings you? Well, today, we celebrate the holiday season. I felt it's timely to discuss the importance of Medicare. Medicare is a critical health insurance program that provides coverage to over 60 million adults and people with disabilities in the United States, covering a wide range of medical services. Additionally, Medicare drives improvements in the healthcare system by promoting equality and coordinated care. Plus, its introduction marks the most significant shift in the United States health insurance history. Well, thanks to President Lyndon B. Johnson, who signed the Medicare into law on July 30th, 1965. Well, as a part of the Social Security Act amendments. Well, in this episode, we are thrilled to have with us a distinguished Filipino nurse, Elizabeth Gamboa, who embodies these exceptional qualities, and she brings a wealth of experience in caring for elderly patients, offering not just medical expertise, but also the warmth and understanding that are hallmarks of Filipino care. Well, stay tuned as we celebrate the incredible contributions of Filipino nurses and delve into the heart of patients on this episode of Maria Cares. Well, for my Healthy Senior segment, join me as I'm going to show a video on holiday activities for seniors. A video filled with inspiring activities and heartwarming traditions tailored for seniors. So, no matter what state are you from or what work you've done, you must transition to Medicare at a certain point in your life. Maria Cares has a mission to bring Medicare information right to your home. I'm your host, Maria Garcia, a licensed sales agent, always available to assist you with your Medicare and other senior concerns. Well, we are broadcasting in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, a place you would like to be in, especially when you retire. Well, just like me, you will surely love Vegas. So come on, let's join hands for better health.
Embark on a culinary adventure and discover the wonderful flavors of Filipino and international cuisine. Discover fast, money-saving,
Filipina
and easy
international
recipes
cooking
you will
as
surely
Maria
love.
Garcia
Explore the flavors found in the Philippines and other parts of the world. From the serene countryside, and reimagine classic international recipes served by a
Enjoy
Filipino and international recipes and get ready to cook, laugh, and learn about the culture that brings these flavors to life. Filipina International Cooking, your ticket to a world of flavor is just a taste away. Hosted by Maria Garcia, a Filipina dedicated to the world of flavor. Coming soon on TV channel 26.8 and YouTube.
Engaging and festive activities for seniors during the holiday season. Discover the joy of creating handmade decorations. From ornaments to wreaths, these crafts will add a personal touch to your holiday celebrations. Take a trip down memory lane as you share stories and reminisce about your favorite holiday moments. These heartwarming conversations create a sense of nostalgia and connection. Foster a sense of community by organizing special holiday events. From festive concerts to group outings, these activities bring people together and spread holiday cheer. Engage in the joy of baking and cooking during the holiday season. From traditional recipes to trying new treats, these culinary adventures create delicious memories. Participate in gift exchanges and Secret Santa activities. The joy of giving and receiving presents brings excitement and warmth to your holiday celebrations. Delight in musical performances and sing-alongs. Whether it's a choir performance or a karaoke session, music adds a festive and joyful atmosphere. Engage in acts of kindness by volunteering during the holiday season. From serving meals to helping those in need, these activities create a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Let's make this holiday season special by engaging in these activities. We can bring joy, create a sense of community, and make lasting memories. Be thankful as you celebrate another holiday with blessings. Happy holidays!
Discover a budget-friendly retirement or investment alternative in the Philippines. Are you concerned about the high cost of housing and limited pension benefits? Explore the affordable retirement option in the Philippines. For only $250 per month, with no down payment, you can own a home and experience a worry-free retirement. Our dedicated property management team will ensure the maintenance and security of your investment. Take the first step towards securing your future with RLC Residences. Call or text Ria Ilagan at 70250498999 to learn more about this affordable retirement or investment opportunity in the Philippines.
It's a well-known fact that Filipinos are the best caregivers in the world. Agree? With a significant number of nurses in various countries being Filipinas, their dedication, compassion, and skill are unparalleled, making a profound difference in the lives of patients across the globe. Well, welcome today for this segment, and joining us is Elizabeth Gamboa, a highly skilled and compassionate nurse who will be able to discuss the crucial role of nurses in a patient's recovery process. Well, with the wealth of experience in patient care, Elizabeth brings insightful perspective on how nurses make a significant impact in the healing journey, especially to seniors. Elizabeth Gamboa is a cum laude graduate of the #1 university in the Philippines, University of the Philippines, where she received her bachelor's in science of nursing degree. Well, she is a healthcare quality practitioner who started her nursing career of 32 years as a rehabilitation nurse, medical surgical nurse, case manager, and clinical nurse educator in the Philippines, California, and Nevada as well. Using her clinical and administrative nursing experience, she evolved in the health insurance industry, landing quality and compliance roles in managed care. Lisa is currently a manager for quality at Optum Delegation Oversight, MTV Region, Oregon, and Washington. She is a certified practitioner in the healthcare quality, CPQH, certified case manager, CCM, and a certified manager case nurse, CMCN. Well, interest in nursing, education, leadership, and innovation inspired her to pursue a postgraduate course, Master's in Science in Nursing, wow, with emphasis on nursing education at the Capella University. Well, of course, graduating with distinction. I'm proud of you. She has been introduced in the National Society of Leadership and Success, as well as the Sigma Theta Tau Honor Society Omega chapter. Well, equipped with her passion and fortitude, she strives to advocate for the health and mental well-being of Nevada nurses through self-care by being one of the facilitators of the Body, Mind, Strong classes. Likewise serves as a mentor to novice nurses through PNA NV's mentorship program, CSN preceptorship, for RN and BSN bridge students. And of course, the UNLV mentorship program for BSN Level 4 students. Lisa co-authored caring starts with me, which means ako muna me first in the Philippines. A culturally sensitive self-care program for the immigrant Filipino nurses to equip these foreign nurses with self-care strategies while promoting their understanding of their own core traits. And likewise, she supports the nursing profession's advancement through education and research while addressing the healthcare delivery's socio-economic cultural challenges in collaboration with various community partners. Well, she is currently serving the Academics Research Collaborator ARC for the FAPCOR NV now and to promote the positive healthcare outcomes of Filipinos. Of course, Filipino Americans in Nevada. Changing the healthcare landscape is her passion, and she collaborated with the Nevada State Board of Nursing to have the International English Language Testing System approved as a vendor for the English proficiency testing towards licensure. Well, she continues to advocate for the enactment of the Nurse Licensure Compact in Nevada. Lisa is an active member of the American Nurses Association, ANA, and then Nevada Nurses Association, NNA, University of the Philippines Nursing Alumni Association, Incorporated, University of the Philippines Alumni Association of Nevada, and is current Board of Director member, Nevada Nurses Foundation, and a pre-board director of NAFA in 2022 to 2023. She is the immediate past president of the Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada for 2021 to 2023, and now serves as the advisory board. She has been appointed to the Education Advisory Committee of Nevada State Board of Nursing. Well, recently she has been appointed by the Governor of Nevada, Governor Joe Lombardo, to the Nevada State Board of Nursing as a board member. How about that? To promote the public safety through the regulation of nurses, education, and practice. She has established the De Leon Gamboa Seeds of Hope Nursing Scholarship in honor of her parents to invest in the future generation of nurses by donating to the scholarship programs of various nonprofit organizations such as the NNF, PNANV, NAFA Nevada, and the UPNAAI. So, impressive. It's very impressive, Liz.
Thank you so much,
but I
Maria.
prefer to call you Liz. It sounds sexy.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So, hi, Liz. Welcome to Maria Cares.
Thank you so much for having me, Maria. It is indeed a great honor to be here
Well,
in your program.
It's a pleasure. So, kindly greet the audience watching you, a fulfilled nurse.
Hello,
Yeah.
everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, magandang gabi, araw sa inyong lahat. So, salamat po.
Yes. So my first question is, this is like, people are wondering well, I know the role of nurses, but to hear from you, I'm going to ask you about your overall role as a nurse, or everybody else's. So can you describe the primary roles and responsibility of a nurse when caring for senior patients, especially during the recovery phase?
Okay. When caring for seniors, the nurse's primary role is really multifaceted. You know, it's not just one, but so many different hats that we wear,
I agree,
right?
yeah.
So the nurse is a clinician, a comforter, you know, a patient advocate, a coach, a teacher, case manager, discharge planner, as well as a care coordinator. You name it, we wear all those hats, right? In the acute care setting or in the rehab facility, skilled nursing, in an inpatient setting, the bedside nurse or the clinician provides the direct care. So from performing assessments to delivery of the actual care like IV therapy, medications, wound care, whatnot. So that's the role of the clinician. This nurse also collaborates with the interdisciplinary team. That would be your therapist, the physicians, dietitian, radiology, pharmacy, labs, etc., to ensure that the care delivery is seamless. And then, of course, she coordinates all that. That's all happening in an 8-hour shift or a 12-hour shift. And then there are also nurses who function as case managers. These are those that advocate for the patient by conducting thorough utilization review, make sure that the stay is covered, right? And then this nurse also ensures that the patient is at the right place, at the right level, and at the right time receiving that care. Because if a patient does not need acute care anymore, then they get transitioned to the rehab or the nursing facilities. So that is your case manager role or discharge planning. The discharge planner also makes sure that, you know, she looks at the social determinants of health, making sure that there are resources enough for the patient to be successful when this patient gets discharged. So it's from admission until discharge. That's the role of the nurse.
I know it's very, what's this, very noble. And then the thing is, that's why the patient has to be patient with the nurse, because you're dealing with a lot of patients.
Oh, yes. Sometimes the ratio of a nurse, it depends on the level of care or the setting. If let's say they have 1 to 5, 1 to 8 patients, or 1 to 10 even sometimes in the nursing homes. So you're like juggling all of your responsibilities, you know, in that 8 to 10 hour shift to all these different patients that are calling you.
Yeah. Wow, of course. A lot of challenges, but let's go to the real challenges. What are some of the unique challenges nurses face when working with elderly patients, and how do you overcome them?
Well, having worked in the skilled nursing facilities as well as the geropsych unit and managed care right now, I have seen that the care for the elderly patients can have very many challenges, I would say. They may be associated with a patient having cognitive impairment, along with the acute medical condition, with the non-compliance and non-compliance or non-adherence with medications, the therapy, and the treatments. Coaching and retraining them can be exhausting, I would say, and because you have to repeat from step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and because they may not remember, right? The precautions or the steps of a process. So that is a challenge. There are also instances when elderly patients become combative or irritable. Oh, they don't want to participate in therapy right now. Oh, they don't want to take their medications right now because they are in delirium. This can be caused by the infections or being in a strange environment. And then at times there are delays in procedures or life-threatening, life-saving surgeries rather, and safe discharge planning, because the elderly patient may not have the support system around. Maybe their kids live from afar, they live out of state, and there's nobody right there to help them make that decision.
Yeah, that's why, you know, it's just like, even though you wanted to make them comply with their meds, if they say no,
you can't force them.
You can force them. You know?
Even if you know it's good for them.
Yeah, that's a law. And you cannot restrain them, like if you buckled up when they're in a wheelchair, you cannot strain them by putting a seat belt.
You can't.
Cannot.
Not unless it's
air and
ordered
the-
by the physician, and then you also have to release those restraints and make sure you provide sensory stimulation.
Yeah.
So it can be really
Can be
challenging.
I agree. Its job is very noble. So when it comes to like communication, how important or is effective communication in caring for senior patients, and what strategies do you use to ensure their needs and concerns are understood and addressed?
Well, communication is key
It
to
is,
ensure success for our senior patients, right? Not only with the patients, but their family members, because they're there to support these patients, right? And then, of course, communication among the interdisciplinary team members. It is important to have that open line of communication, allowing for validation, making sure that what was said was actually what was received and understood by the patient. So feedback is essential to assess for any further needs. Because if, let's say, you've communicated this process to them and they didn't quite get it, then you have to repeat it in such a way that they will really understand and comprehend. So verbal communication can also be reinforced with pamphlets, illustrations, simple instructions, you know, step-by-step instructions. And then also request for a return demonstration if they really understood what was said. And among the interdisciplinary team members, sometimes, you know, okay, you are in a meeting, everybody's throwing, you know, suggestions, recommendations, but we always want to make sure that it is written in a plan of care, because then our interdisciplinary members can go back to that plan of care and refresh their memory. Oh, okay, are we meeting the goals?
Yeah.
Are we really providing the interventions that we said we will provide? Yeah.
And plus, I mean, with all those hindrances like attention deficit, and then probably
And the
suffering from
confusion.
dementia, yeah, and confusion,
Yeah.
and then they're depressed as well, could also be a factor, right?
Yes, yes.
And there you are, a nurse, getting stressed how to get across the board
And in
how to.
fact, you know, for the Medicare Advantage population, right, where I work right now, we ensure that when we provide communication to them, written communication, it's always in the 8th grade level, that an 8th grader can understand. You know, I'm not going to throw out there all these medical terms.
Yes.
Let's say, oh, you need a catheter, or you need you have congestive heart failure, you have all these different infections, pneumonia, pericarditis, etc. I'm not going to throw those to a poor patient that is 86 years old and would just be really scared and say, oh, I'm going to die. Well, I could just say, well, you have a little infection or a little fluid around the heart. You kind of simplify it. Or you can say congestive heart failure. Oh, you have so much fluid in your lungs and in your heart that you're having difficulty in breathing, something like that.
Yeah.
So you try to simplify.
Yeah, tender loving care with like simplified terms.
Yes.
Because it's just like, since they are like sometimes disoriented, at least simplified terms they could understand, correct? So, well, Liz, when it comes to like emotional support, in what ways do nurses provide emotional and physical support to senior patients and their families during the recovery process?
Well, nurses provide emotional and psychological support to the seniors as well as their families by providing avenues for them to be heard. You know, listening is key.
It is,
you know, you can't just really tell the patient or tell the family members, do this, do that, whatever. No, we have to really involve them. We have to encourage them to let us know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
During the initial interview or the assessment, we involve them to provide a comprehensive historical account of what occurred. You know, how did Dad fall? Did he trip? Was it maybe a rug? Was it a dog that maybe in the way, it was in the way when he was walking, so he fell on the dog, something like that. So we really try to involve the family and the patient to make sure, you know, we assess, you know, their home setting and then the situation that led them there. We also make sure that we empower the family members, right, and the patients, because they are a very important part of that interdisciplinary team, because we want them to be part in planning their care to meet their goals of care. So we also make sure that we empathize with them and be sensitive to their needs. Just imagine an elderly patient from being independent, being able to drive, go to the grocery, go to the church, etc. But then all of a sudden now, after the seizures or after the accident, dad can't drive anymore. So they lose that independence. Or they're living home alone, but then now they can't live home alone because of their frequent falls. So that can be really difficult for a patient to accept, to lose their independence.
Yeah.
So we want to hear from them how they feel about the situation.
I know. So because they get frustrated, anxiety, because they're frustrated, plus they're losing like memory, something like that. Or, yeah. It's all good. That's why this is something like, I mean, at least you seniors would know, like, what's happening inside when you're in the hospital. What care are these nurses bringing to you that you're not aware of? You know, so just like I said, patience, be patient, because the nurses are patient. So are patient with you. So when it comes to medication, of course, this when you get to the hospital, everybody gets medication, whatever it is. So, when it comes to medication management, could you explain how nurses manage medication for senior patients, especially those with multiple prescriptions, and ensure compliance?
Okay, so when they're in the inpatient setting, in the hospitals or nursing homes, those are all given by the nurses per the doctor's orders, right? They have the Pyxis, or they have machines that dispense medications. So that's all fine because it's all regulated. But what happens when the patient gets discharged? How do they know how to take their meds if they have like 10 prescriptions, right? So it's really important to have safeguards when they are discharged. Make sure, you know, if they can be ordered in single dose packs, or they can be issued a pill box. So then the family member can put, okay, this is for the morning, this is for lunch, this is for dinner. So that the poor patient does not have all the bottles and doesn't remember what to take and when. So it's all spelled out. It's all put in the pill boxes. And then making sure as well to have the support system aside from the family members, like have home health nurses to be there, conduct the medication reconciliation, because 9 times out of 10, when a patient goes to a hospital, especially the seniors, they still have old prescriptions there, old bottles. So you have one bag of old bottles, and then another bag, and then now the new bag with the prescriptions. If the nurse does not do the medication reconciliation, what happens? Is the poor patient going to take all of those, or gets confused and say, well, I don't know what to take, and not take anything at all? So that most often than not causes readmissions, because they're not necessarily non-compliant with their meds, but because maybe they're confused. So we have to ensure that there's somebody there following up in the home.
Yeah, but the thing is this like, they have to make sure it's a nurse, or just like you said, a family member? So if they don't have a family member, somebody would come? Does it have to be a nurse, or and then give them order?
Well, when it comes to medication management as well as medication reconciliation, that is the responsibility of the nurse, a home health nurse. Now, they can also teach the family members on what to do, and then have specific instructions for them. You know, because the nurse can also be there checking the blood pressure, making sure if they are on blood thinners, you know, that their labs are okay. Also, if they have wounds, the wound care nurse would also be going there, checking on the wound, applying the treatments, etc. But for the most part, on the medications, it's very important that the nurse collaborates with the family member and the patient to ensure that they have the right instructions on how to take them.
Yeah, thank you. So just like I said, you mentioned collaboration. So when it comes to collaboration with healthcare, how do nurses collaborate with other healthcare professionals to provide comprehensive care to elderly patients?
Okay, so within the hospital setting or in the SNF setting, you know, the interdisciplinary team members, you know, work together, right? They have interdisciplinary care plans. They talk about, okay, what's the progress of this patient in their walking or in performing their ADLs. And then they also look at the labs. They also look at the x-rays. And then what medications are they taking? Or if, let's say, the patient keeps having hypotension, maybe they need to adjust the meds. So it's really important for them to communicate among them. Now, preparing for discharge is another important factor in interdisciplinary team members collaborating. Why? Because if a patient is discharged to home, do they now need equipment? Do they need a walker? Do they need a wheelchair? So we get that from the physical therapist, right? That recommendation. Then also, do they need home health to come? You know, do they need to continue their therapy at home? So we also make sure that we ask, what are the follow-ups? If the patient just only follows up with the primary care, or do they have specialists to go to? You know, maybe they had surgery. The patient needs to go back to the surgeon and have that appointment. So that's the interdisciplinary team collaboration that is really very important to the success of the discharge.
And then, you know what, when I was young, my mom would not give us our medicine if, like, during the day, during the night, because she said she's scared that we might have allergies. So it's just like when you introduce a new pill or a new meds to the patient, so what are the things to watch? A swelling, a coughing, or something that it will alert that they need to be readmitted, or...
Okay. So let's focus on that, the allergies that you're talking about, right? What are the signs and classic signs and symptoms to watch out for? Yeah, definitely if there are hives, if there are swelling patches, or they have difficulty in breathing. Sometimes you would see, oh my goodness, they have bluish lips. What's going on here, you know? And that means they're not getting enough air. And really bad anaphylactic reactions, you know, it really compromises the breathing. It closes the throat. So those, you know, you got to call 911 right there. But on the other hand, if this person is prone to allergies, has severe allergies, most often than not, the doctor would have already prescribed an EpiPen, you know. But those are the classic signs and symptoms that you need to watch out for.
So does that alerts to call 911, or just to go to the emergency room, or just go to the urgent care?
If it's if there's difficulty in breathing already, that's 911, because your ABCs, you know, ABCs. When it comes to your CPR, you know, you always ensure that the airway is protected. If it's a sure allergic reaction, then yeah, 911. But to just clarify though, when there are new medications, they're usually administered in the home, right? Not in the home, in the hospital.
Oh,
so you will already have known if the patient is allergic to it or not. You know, most often than not. Even with IV medications, the IV infusion in the home health usually requests that the first dose is given in the hospital.
That's good,
so that they know, oh, if the patient is allergic to it, you need to prescribe something else that can be administered in the home.
That's good.
Yeah.
So Liz, this is getting more interesting. So let's go to the patient education. So what role does the patient education play in the recovery of senior patients, and what are some key topics you focus on?
All right. So the nurse really is a patient educator, and the families as well. We have to educate them whenever we are taking care of them in the institution, as well as when we transition them into the home. It can range from medication management to safety precautions, the proper use of durable medical equipment, the nutritional aspect. Let's say a patient has hypertension, you try to educate them on what foods to eat and what not to eat. Like for us, if Filipinos, no more patis and no more bagoong, if you have hypertension. So things like that. And then compliance with treatment such as wound care. So education is really a very important role of the nurse.
Yeah, that's why the Medicare Advantage plans also address that issue wherein after they get hospitalized, they get 2 weeks of food. Like, 14,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, some
7 days or 14
Medicare
meals.
Yes, some
Most of them.
Medicare Advantage plans have that.
Yeah, they have that.
Yeah.
So if you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, don't forget that once you get hospitalized, take advantage of the food delivery service that they offer, especially if you're on a special needs plan. They give more
Benefits.
food. Yeah, more benefits, more food, and for special needs people, because for special needs they address the issue of diabetes, lung problem, and heart. So these foods are specifically addressing those issues.
Yeah.
So let's go to holistic care. So how do you incorporate holistic care approaches such as addressing mental, emotional, and social needs in the recovery plan of seniors?
All right. So the art and science of nursing does not only involve the curative aspect,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
But it also involves the curative processes, as we have learned from Dr. Jean Watson. It's really important for us nurses to integrate the clinical interventions and those actions that address the psychological, emotional, and social needs of the patients. We take into consideration the social determinants of health, such as the economic stability, their education, healthcare access, their social and community environment. So we can teach them to be compliant with meds, but if they cannot afford the copay, what are we going to do about it? They won't fill the prescription, right? So we also make sure that we look at all those different things that affect their decision making. We look at their barriers, and then we look at their resources to make sure that they're successful when they're out there in the outpatient setting.
Yeah. So seniors, when you get hospitalized or you need meds, if you're worrying about the copay, try to check the home delivery service. Instead of picking up your meds at the closest pharmacy or your favorite pharmacy, eliminating the cost of the drug, can be done by doing a mail order. Okay, so
And
try the mail order.
if I may just add to
Yes,
that, like in the hospital setting, we do have case managers that look at these things. Prior to the discharge, we look at, okay, does the patient have enough income to be able to afford the copay? Sometimes there are drug reps that come to the hospitals and provide coupons, for that. Or we need to apply for, if it's just a short-term medication but it's really expensive, we can help the patient apply for that period of time that they need that medication.
Wow,
We also have you talk about interdisciplinary team, the collaboration with them. We have social workers that can also assist in that respect.
Yeah. So it's just like a lot of people are involved for the seniors' recovery. So technology-wise in care, so with the advent of the new healthcare technologies, how have nurses' practices evolved in caring for the elderly?
So AI is undeniably an essential innovation that's part of our lives now, right?
Yes,
I mean, you can even see bars having robots mixing the machines.
Oh, yeah.
So for the elderly population, we have monitoring devices such as like the CHF monitoring device from the cardiology clinics. During COVID, you know, telehealth was very essential for us to see our patients because they feared coming to the clinics. They feared of contracting the infection, right? So in some facilities, AI machines are now being used to deliver linen, provide basic patient needs, even magazines, water, etc., like snacks. And then this is important, the safety monitoring wearable devices, such as the alarm bracelets, you know, like if they are prone to falls, sometimes they have these necklaces, and then and when the patient falls, it alerts the emergency assistance.
That's good.
And then now they have these algorithms that are being used to detect early warning signs of diseases, you know, and they have predictive analysis to make sure they customize the plan for that particular patient. And now there are even, you know, there are studies that show they use animal robots for companionship, especially like for the elderly or those who have dementia. They have seen some brain activity increase. So, but these are still in the early stages of development. So more to come on AI.
Nice. So yeah, so I mean, this is a concern of everybody. So because they're scared, like how do we preventing? I mean, like readmission. So what strategies do nurses employ to reduce the likelihood of hospital readmissions for senior patients?
Yeah, as nurses, we really need to be vigilant in patient education, you know, to ascertain that the patient understands the plan of care and that the family members are also on board, okay? Making sure they keep their follow-up appointments. We have to emphasize to them that if they need skilled services or therapy, that make sure that the nurse focuses on those things, you know, to reinforce to the family and the patient the compliance aspect or the adherence as well. Now, also, it's so important, let's say, for example, the patient does not want to go to a nursing home, but it's really explaining to them, you know, maybe you're not safe to go home yet. Let's transition to a nursing facility and make you stronger first. Because if you send a patient that's really not all there yet, not able to walk, not able to perform ADLs, you send that patient to home alone, that patient will fall and will come right back to the ER. So that's a readmission right there. And then we also have to look at the financial barriers, social barriers, anything that might prevent them from being successful when they get discharged to home. So also warm handoffs, you know, from one institution to another. Even like our primary care physicians, they depend on looking at the history and physical and the discharge plans from the acute care hospital to see, oh, okay, what do I need to follow up on? What other tests would I need to order to make sure that the patient's laboratory functions are within normal range? You know, making sure, oh, this patient is actually taking the medications that were prescribed from the hospital. So it's a continuum, you know, it goes full circle. PCP coordinating with the acute coordinating with the PCP, and all the other outpatient resources available.
That's good. So it's not like, so it's just like not
It's
just
not one
avenue.
direction.
Yeah, it's all. It has to. Everybody has to coordinate.
Yeah.
So when it comes to cultural sensitivity, how do you ensure cultural sensitivity in the approach to caring for elderly patients from diverse backgrounds?
Well, cultural sensitivity is a very crucial part in healthcare system, especially in nursing. In fact, for the Nurse Practice Act of Nevada, we are now supposed to complete 4 hours, mandatory 4 hours of cultural competency training every 2 years of license renewal. This mandate's goal is to really provide a diverse and socially appropriate services to all of our Nevadans, including the elderly patients, because it reduces healthcare disparities brought about by racism. Let's say, for example,
talking about
let's say, for example, you come from a different race, or you're elderly, you're treated differently, or you're a veteran, you're treated differently, or even the LGBTQI, So this promotes awareness of these groups, and then how to address them in a way that we are not excluding anyone. We are making sure that we customize the way that we take care of them to achieve the best success.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, just like I said, it's not just one. They have to also see the emotional side, isn't it? Not just the medical side, but also because the emotional side is part of the like it's hard to recover when the emotional side is not healed as well.
Exactly. And then just to really focus on the cultural aspect,
And
let's
plus
say
the
for us,
cultural aspect.
for us the Pinoys, right? Sometimes we're very sensitive because, part of our training is that we respect our elders.
Yes.
So now, our elderly seniors expect us to talk to them in a calm way, and we say opo, and we really show them that respect instead of telling them off. You have to do this, you have to do that.
Yeah.
But now we really have to bring it to them to the point that, they still have that dignity and that, self-worth.
Yeah. So, well, let's go to the last question when it comes to like personal satisfaction. So what do you find most rewarding about working with senior patients, especially in the context of their recovery?
Well, as a nurse, it's really rewarding to see any of our patients, especially the seniors, when they recover from a serious accident or a life-threatening illness. I know it's not a perfect world, right? And we can't save everybody or miraculously heal everyone. But the goal is, for me personally, is to make a difference in healthcare, one life at a time, one patient at a time. So when I know that I have impacted a patient's life towards a positive healthcare outcome, it really gives me fulfillment, and it validates my purpose as a nurse. It's heartwarming when I bump into a former patient, and then this patient still remembers me. Oh, I remember you at the rehab. You took care of me. So that really brings joy to my heart, that I know I have impacted that life.
Thank you very much. So thank you, Liz, for sharing such invaluable insights on the vital role of nurses in patients' recovery, especially seniors. Well, your expertise and experiences have undoubtedly enlightened us on the significant impact of the nurses have in the healing process of seniors. Well, we appreciate your time and dedication to this noble profession, Liz.
Thank you very much, Maria, and thank you for all that you do for our seniors. And we all need to work together because we are one team.
Yes.
And our goal is to really provide healthier outcomes for our seniors.
Thank you.
Join our final expense team and embark on an exciting career in the final expense industry. Offer no medical, inclusive coverage to everyone, including incarcerated individuals. Our policies are owned by you, not the company you work for, and cannot be canceled due to poor health. Enjoy the benefits of premium cash value, discounted funeral merchandise, and 24-hour beneficiary payouts. There is no need for a death certificate. The policy pays double if death is due to an accident. As a licensed broker in all 50 states, we can help provide peace of mind to those who deserve it. Join our growing team and make a difference in the lives of others. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of others and provide them with the peace of mind they deserve. Call or text Roderick Bonds at 469-867-4390 for job openings. Thank you for considering joining our final expense team. Together, let's make a positive impact and bring peace of mind to those who need it most. Call Roderick Bonds at 4698674390 or email rodericklife@gmail.com. Are you a resident of Nevada? Discover the comprehensive benefits of Nevada Health Link's health insurance plans. Get health insurance through nevadahealthlink.com, which offers financial protection, access to quality care, preventive services, improved health outcomes, and peace of mind. With your coverage through Nevada Health Link, you can enjoy economic stability, health improvement, and the assurance of a secure future. Open enrollment is from November 1st to January 15th. Don't miss out on the opportunity to secure your federally subsidized health insurance coverage. Call Maria Garcia at 310-926-4229 to learn more about Nevada Health Link health insurance and take the first step towards a healthier and worry-free life. Nevada Health Link health insurance provides you with the security and peace of mind you need for a worry-free future. Nevada Health Link health insurance is federally subsidized to ensure qualified Nevadans get the financial help available to them. Take advantage of Nevada Health Link health insurance plans to access preventive services that promote a healthier and happier life. Don't wait any longer. Take the first step towards a healthier and worry-free life by enrolling in a health insurance plan through Nevada Health Link. Call a licensed broker, Maria Garcia at 310-926-4229. As a member of our final expense team, you'll receive extensive training, enjoy top commission rates, and have access to exciting travel incentives. Our final expense team provides exceptional benefits to clients, including significant discounts on funeral merchandise, skilled funeral negotiators, a free accident rider, and built-in cash value options. Don't just take our word for it. Hear from our satisfied clients as they share their positive experiences with our final expense team. Ready to take the next step? Contact Roderick Bonds at 4698674390 and join our final expense team today. Join our final expense team today and unlock a rewarding career in the insurance industry. Contact Roderick Bonds at 4698674390.
As the holiday season approaches, it's a time of joy, warmth, and togetherness. In today's special video, we are going to explore a variety of delightful and engaging activities specifically tailored for seniors. Whether you're celebrating at home, in a community setting, these activities are designed to bring cheer and create lasting memories. So, let's get into the holiday spirit and discover the wonderful ways seniors can enjoy this special time of the year. Please watch this video.
Engaging and festive activities for seniors during the holiday season. Discover the joy of creating handmade decorations. From ornaments to wreaths, these crafts will add a personal touch to your holiday celebrations. Take a trip down memory lane as you share stories and reminisce about your favorite holiday moments. These heartwarming conversations create a sense of nostalgia and connection. Foster a sense of community by organizing special holiday events. From festive concerts to group outings, these activities bring people together and spread holiday cheer. Engage in the joy of baking and cooking during the holiday season. From traditional recipes to trying new treats, these culinary adventures create delicious memories. Participate in gift exchanges and Secret Santa activities. The joy of giving and receiving presents brings excitement and warmth to your holiday celebrations. Delight in musical performances and sing-alongs. Whether it's a choir performance or a karaoke session, music adds a festive and joyful atmosphere. Engage in acts of kindness by volunteering during the holiday season. From serving meals to helping those in need, these activities create a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Let's make this holiday season special by engaging in these activities. We can bring joy, create a sense of community, and make lasting memories. Be thankful as you celebrate another holiday with blessings. Happy holidays!
As we draw to a close on today's episode of Maria Cares, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to my production team and to all my viewers for joining this enriching journey. And a special thank you to Elizabeth Gamboa for gracing our show with invaluable insights on patient recovery, especially to seniors. Well, Elizabeth's expertise and compassion shed light on the vital role of nursing in healthcare, reminding us of the dedication and care our medical professionals provide every day while you're in the hospital. Well, special thanks to my new clients who put their trust in me for the coming year 2024. Well, as we part ways, remember that the spirit of care we've shared today, let's carry these ideas and insights forward, making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. Well, thank you for tuning in to Maria Cares, and I do look forward to the next gathering filled with more informative discussions and heartwarming stories. I would like to send my love, hugs, and kisses to all my clients. Well, take care of your health. That's the only thing you got. Let's join hands for better health.